Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Dalgety Parish Church and our 10 o'clock reflection. I'm aware that my voice is a little bit croaky sometimes, but it's a summer cold. It's all that it is, a summer cold. Not pleasant, but it's not too drastic. So I'm just apologising for my voice before we go any further. Because I know there's a lot of folk out there with croaky voices and with sore heads and with what seems like a cold and turns out to be COVID. And it's a reminder perhaps to all of us that we're not through COVID, we're not past COVID. This is not a post-COVID era as yet. We're still in the midst of it. And perhaps a wee reminder also that, COVID is the reason why we started these reflections. Now, you may think that's good or bad. You may think that's a good sign or a bad sign, but perhaps we need to look at what happens to us in life and pick out the positives wherever we can, and realise that although things do stop us in our tracks, things shake us to our core, things change the route of our life and how we think and what we do. And things that happen in life have some very awful consequences, not to minimise any of that. But sometimes the things that happen do have, what we call them, side effects which perhaps bring benefits. Now, I don't know about you, when I get a medicine or a packet of tablets from the co-op or the supermarket somewhere else, I tend not to look at the bit of paper inside, which gives you 6 pages of what it is that you should be looking for as side effects. I don't look to see what it is that might happen if I take these pills. If something happens, then I might look and say, is this normal? Is this what should be happening? Has this happened before? Although I've never had to do that. But I don't look for the side effects. And maybe I should. And maybe we should in life look more to what the effects are of what happens to us in life, of what life just does. We can often see things as being a bad thing or a good thing, but perhaps we need to see them more as what we do with them, how we challenge them back, how we cope with them, how we deal with it. And perhaps amongst that is who we go to for help. Sometimes we can manage all on our own. It's possible, We don't always have to ask for help. And sometimes we just have to knuckle down, think what we should be doing, sit and ponder it for a while, reflect for a while, and decide. But sometimes that is just not possible. And sometimes we need to go and ask someone else. This is happening. What am I meant to do? How can I get through this? But even then, asking that person, getting that advice, or advice from yourself, perhaps your other self, then thinking, but what positives can I take from this? Maybe what have I learned? Maybe we learn that, COVID is not gone. Maybe we learn that we still have to really take great care with ventilation, with cleaning our hands, with staying away from folk, especially if perhaps we have that croaky voice and we're not yet sure if it's COVID or not. COVID positives don't just pop up immediately. Sometimes it takes a few days. But other times, of course, it's just a cold. Deal with it. Side effects of life. And sometimes when we look back, we see actually the side effects have directed us in ways that we never thought we'd go. Perhaps the side effect of a challenge has made us rethink what it is we're doing. Perhaps the side effect of an opportunity has not just been to go and enjoy ourselves, but to actually help others enjoy themselves too. Things that happen to us that don't take center stage are important. Ask any drama group, ask any orchestra, ask anyone who does any sort of production. The people in the center stage that have center stage in the spotlight are very important, obviously. But the people who are directing the spotlight, the people who are working the microphones, the people who are the supporting actors, or the people who are in the wings working things out, are all important to make sure that the right things happen. And when we're watching dramas, when we're watching our TV programs or films or theatre productions, Quite often we are keeping our eye on what the other folk are doing round about. It's not just the things that happen in the middle that seem most important, that are important. A long, convoluted way of simply saying, let's not focus only on what's happening in front of us. Let's see what's happening round about us. A convoluted, long way of saying that there is more to life than what first takes our attention and our focus. And perhaps it needs us to take a little bit of time to focus on that and to see what that means. Maybe all that you hear is a bit of a raspy voice and thinking, oh dear, what's happening there, rather than listening to what's being said. Maybe all you hear is a dialect or some grammar that you don't like, rather than thinking what's actually being said. Let's today perhaps try and focus not only on what is absolutely in front of us, but what we can learn from what is round about. Side effects. The side effects of pills or of life. Think about it. Sitting here in the quietness of the church at the moment, preparing for what is to come. And yes, there'll be a focus of what we are doing. And the focus of what we're doing this morning is enjoy. Enjoy, well, today it's enjoy who you are. And perhaps in thinking about that, we can think of who has influenced us, who has shaped us to be who we are. And there will be key figures, of course there will. People who have brought us up, people who have taught us, people who have given us the life lessons that we will always remember. But there will also be those people on the verges, on the fringes, on the sidelines, who have been so supportive, have given us so much encouragement, have given us that word just when we needed it. Today we're thinking of enjoying who we are. And that, of course, means we have to wonder who we are, who we actually are. And perhaps give thanks for those who have made us so. And enjoy it. We can't be anybody else. We can't enjoy being somebody else unless you're a very good actor, of course. So we have to learn to enjoy being ourselves every day, as much as we possibly can. So whoever you are, and whatever you are doing, enjoy who you are today. And if you've got a moment, give thanks to those who have made that so, made you who you are in your life now, who brings out the best in you, or who in the past has showed you a direction and a route you never thought possible. Enjoy who you are and enjoy the day. And, well, let's pray and hope that we will manage to move clear of COVID sometime soon. But until we do, enjoy what we can. God bless.